So, have you ever found yourself standing in a pharmacy, maybe holding a new prescription,
Mm.
or perhaps just looking for something simple, like for a headache, and felt, well, a bit out of your depth?
Oh, definitely. It happens.
It's this place, packed with essential health stuff, but sometimes the words they use, the instructions,
Hmm.
it can feel like a different language almost.
Yeah, a bit overwhelming. You go there for help, but sometimes leave more confused.
Exactly. So today, we're really going to dive deep into that whole experience.
Okay.
Our mission for you listening is to untangle the language of the pharmacy. We want to turn that confusion into, well, confidence.
So your next visit feels easier, more in control.
Right. Whether you're at home or maybe traveling abroad, we've looked at some really useful material. There's an audio dialogue about a pharmacy visit, a language review. It's the one. And also a reference from Learn and Success, episode 50. Think of this as your shortcut.
A shortcut to being properly informed, maybe with a few surprising bits thrown in.
Exactly. And hopefully a bit of humor, too. So why does this actually matter to you?
Well, everyone ends up in a pharmacy at some point.
True. Whether you're traveling, dealing with a new medication, or honestly, maybe you're just curious about how we talk about medicine.
Right. These insights should give you some practical, real-world tools.
We'll cover everything from walking in the door, understanding labels, those crucial instructions.
And even those, human moments that happen.
A whole journey.
It is fascinating, isn't it? How vital pharmacies are everywhere, but language can sometimes be a real barrier.
Or just make you feel a bit lost, like you said.
So we're here to break down that barrier, give you a clearer view of your health journey.
Okay, let's get started then. Let's unpack this. First off, the names. What do we actually call this place?
Good starting point.
In American English, you'll mostly hear pharmacy, right? Or sometimes drugstore.
Yeah, those are the main ones. But if you're, say, in the UK,
Yes. The chemist.
the chemist, same function really, just a different name.
Culturally different label.
And it's interesting because it's often about more than just medicine, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Drugstores, pharmacies, they're often like mini supermarkets in a way.
Exactly. Toiletries, cosmetics, maybe some basic groceries, first aid stuff,
Last-minute birthday cards.
you name it. So they become these really common, important places in our daily lives, much more than just somewhere clinical.
That's a great way to put it. Convenience meets care.
Okay, so we're inside the pharmacy now. Let's talk specific words you'll see on packaging.
Right.
First one, milligrams, usually just mgram.
The dosage unit.
For anyone who looks at details, it's 1,000th of a gram. So 1,000 milligrams in 1 gram. Seems simple enough.
It does seem simple, but the real insight, I think, isn't just the definition.
What is it then?
It's understanding that mg represents precision, extreme precision, actually.
Yeah, okay.
When a doctor prescribes, say, 50 milligrams of Prozac, that was an example in one source.
They haven't just plucked that number out of thin air. They've calculated that exact amount for a specific effect in your body.
So it's not a guideline, it's an instruction.
Precisely. It can be the difference between the medicine working, not working at all, or even being harmful.
Wow. So understanding what Mengi means is actually pretty vital for your health.
Absolutely vital. It's a direct message to your system.
Got it. Okay, sticking with interactions. Sometimes things get a bit awkward at the checkout. Let's talk about the price check.
Ah, yes, the dreaded price check.
So this is when the cashier or pharmacist needs to find out how much something costs because, well, it's not scanning or not in the system.
And our source dialogue had that brilliant, very relatable example.
The Fun Times ripped condoms price check.
Exactly. It just highlights how these things always seem to happen when you least want them to.
When you're trying to be discreet, bam, price check needed.
It's one of those universal, slightly awkward moments. Makes the pharmacy feel very human, despite the serious business.
It really does. Those moments stick with you. Okay, let's move from the place itself to the language around the actual medicine.
Right.
Starting with the most important piece of paper, often the prescription.
Mm-hmm. That doctor's note.
That written instruction from your doctor saying exactly what medicine you need, absolutely essential for getting certain drugs.
The ones you can't just pick off the shelf.
Yeah.
And once you have that prescription, the medicine comes in different forms, right?
Yeah, like a capsule.
Describe that.
Well, it's a type of pill, often like a small tube, usually has a smooth kind of plasticky coating with the powder or medicine inside.
And some people find them easier to swallow than other types.
I do, actually. They seem to slide down easier, which helps when you're feeling rough.
Then there's the tablet,
Right, the classic pill shape, usually round, flat.
sometimes with a line down the middle so you can break it.
Yeah, for a smaller dose.
Yeah.
So capsule, tablet, they're both delivering the medicine, just in different
Presentations.
shapes, yeah. Knowing the difference might help you explain a preference or just understand what you're getting.
Makes sense.
Now, here's a language point. This trips up a lot of non-native speakers, but it's super important in English.
Okay.
When we talk about medicine, we always say you take it.
Yeah.
You never eat medicine, even if it's chewable. You don't drink it, even if it's cough syrup.
Always take a capsule, take a tablet, take the syrup.
Exactly. It just sounds more natural in English.
Good practical tip. And this connects to how we actually get the medicine, doesn't it?
How so?
Well, the difference between prescription medicine, the stuff needing the doctor's note, like the Prozac example,
Right.
and over-the-counter medicine, OTC.
CC, yeah. Stuff you can buy without a prescription, like aspirin, maybe.
Aspirin for a headache, yeah. Or the pain relievers and eye drops mentioned in the source materials.
That seems straightforward enough, prescription needed or not needed. But you mentioned different global approaches, like with aspirin.
Yes, and this is actually a really critical insight, especially if you travel.
How?
What's considered a standard, easily available OTC drug in, say, the U.S. might need a prescription elsewhere.
Oh, right.
Or it might be sold in very different strengths or have totally different dosage advice. Take aspirin again. In the U.S., it's everywhere, OTC.
Mm-hmm.
But you can still overdose on it quite seriously. In another country, maybe a stronger dose needs a prescription or sales are more controlled.
So you can't just assume it's the same everywhere.
Absolutely not. It's a really vital thing to remember. Always check local rules. Don't assume the strength or dosage is what you're used to back home.
That's really valuable advice. Could save a lot of trouble.
It underscores being an informed participant in your own health wherever you are.
Okay, speaking of safety, let's talk instructions and warnings. This is crucial. Following them properly can literally be life or death.
No exaggeration.
Our sources pointed out a really nice, slightly softer way to give instructions. Be sure not to.
Instead of just a harsh don't.
Yeah, it feels friendlier, but still firm, like gentle authority. You might hear, be sure not to take it on an empty stomach.
Or be sure not to take more than 2 tablets every 4 hours. Clear
Right.
instructions.
Exactly. And the reason behind all these warnings, timing, dose, interactions, it's all about keeping you safe.
Absolutely. Think about the eye drops example from the dialogue.
Okay.
You get warnings like, be sure not to share them. Seems obvious, maybe. But also, crucially, be sure not to touch the tip of the bottle to your eye.
Why is that one so important?
Because if you touch the tip to your eye or anything else, you contaminate the whole bottle.
Ah, you introduce germs.
Precisely. And then you're putting those germs directly into your eye every time you use the drops. That can lead to nasty infections.
Wow, a tiny action with potentially big consequences. So it's not just about how many pills, but the whole process.
Exactly right. All these warnings, from dose limits to how you apply something, they're all there to prevent harm.
Whether it's a small irritation or...
Or a serious overdose. And an overdose, just to be clear, means taking too much medicine, which can lead to severe illness or worse.
So following instructions exactly is paramount. It's like a contract, you said. between you and the medicine.
That's a good way to think about it. Your part is to follow the instructions precisely for your own safety and well-being.
That's sobering, but really essential to understand. Okay, let's maybe zoom out a bit now. Some useful phrases that pop up in pharmacies but are handy elsewhere too.
Like,
Hang on, or hang on there a sec, hang on a moment.
the friendly way to say wait.
Exactly. Very informal, usually for just a short pause. Hang on a second, hang on a minute.
Makes things feel more relaxed than just wait.
Yeah. In the dialogue, the pharmacist uses it during that price check, remember? Hang on there a sec.
Right. It's polite. Just a moment. I'm on it. Lets you know they haven't forgotten you.
Definitely smooths over those little pauses. Now, thinking about other things you find in a pharmacy, the sources mentioned more vocabulary,
Beyond just pills and drops.
like syringe.
Right. Often for measuring liquid medicine accurately, especially for kids. Or for injections, of course.
Cough syrup,
The liquid stuff for coughs, usually with its own little measuring cup.
bandage,
For cuts and scrapes.
hydrogen peroxide,
The antiseptic cleaner for those cuts.
and ointment.
Yeah, that thick, creamy stuff you put on your skin. Maybe for a rash or a burn.
And you can see how phrases like, be sure not to, or hang on, apply here too.
Absolutely. Be sure not to reuse a syringe. Or hang on while I grab the right size bandage.
The same principles apply. Clear communication, safety first.
Across the board, whatever the product.
Definitely. So let's try and bring this all together. Remember that slightly awkward but very human condom price check story.
How could I forget?
It's funny, but it shows that human side of the pharmacy and ultimately understanding these terms and phrases we've talked about.
Capsules, tablets, take medicine.
Be sure not to, hang on.
Milligrams, prescription versus OTC.
It all empowers you, doesn't it? It lets you handle those pharmacy visits with more confidence.
Definitely. Yeah. No matter what you're buying or where you are.
We've covered quite a bit. The forms medicine takes, dosage units like milligrams, how you get a prescription or OTC.
Those crucial safety warnings with be sure not to.
Yeah.
And handy phrases like hang on and price check.
It's like a toolkit for clarity.
That's the goal. Clarity and confidence.
And really, this deep dive, it wasn't just about learning words. It was about giving you, the listener, the tools to understand instructions properly.
To ask informed questions.
And just feel more secure managing your health, whether you're at your local pharmacy or navigating one somewhere totally new.
Being an active, informed participant, not just a passive recipient.
Exactly.
And, that actually leads us to a final thought. Something for you to consider.
Okay.
Given everything we've discussed, the different ways you can access medicine, prescription versus over-the-counter, and the fact that even common OTC drugs like aspirin can be dangerous if misused.
Yeah.
What responsibility do you think we have as individuals
Responsibility for what specifically?
to really truly understand all the instructions that come with our medicine? Not just what the pharmacist might quickly mention.
Going beyond the counter conversation, reading the fine print.
Yes. How do we make sure we're not just consuming medicine, but are actually informed, active participants in our own health journey?
That's a really interesting question. Something definitely worth pondering. How involved do we need to be?
Worth thinking about until our next deep dive.